maybe possibly.
Yes, people, what's going on? UCL Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Today, we're going to be doing a Champions League review, plus looking forward to the remaining games of the season. And we got to talk about the transfer window, as Viktor Gyokeres' transfer looks closer and closer to being confirmed, as we now get rumors about contract talks being close and all these other things. But before we go any further, please do hit that like button, guys. Please do hit that subscribe button. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comment section off the back of the humongous victory versus Real Madrid. I mean, if there's ever a time that you want to be proven wrong, it's versus one of the biggest clubs in the world. And that kind of performance being put in from the likes of Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Kiwior, Myles, Lewis-Skelly. Did I say Mikel Merino? Oh my goodness. Like, there is so many guys. We used to make jokes about having to go to the Bernabeu with Eddie Nketiah or Lacazette. We're going to be going to the Bernabeu with Mikel Merino and confident we're going to come out of the tie. that's crazy. Bro, it's gotten to the point where we used to make comps about making comebacks versus Bayern, making comebacks to get top 4 versus Tottenham, making comebacks to get the league from all these other teams.
Even Olympiacos.
Now, Real Madrid are making comps about them making comebacks against us. I love the fact that roles are reversed, and it's almost like we're in a strong position, and we have one of the biggest clubs in the world looking at Arsenal saying, you know what? Fair play. They took it to us. I've seen Chelsea fans who hate Arsenal saying, hey, yo, is that Rice? Yo, Rice is cold.
They finally woken up.
Bro, everybody and their mother, even the biggest haters of Arsenal, were watching that game and they're like, yo, respect. Because when you put in a performance like that, even your biggest hater is a football purist at heart and will be like, you know what? Fair play. That's what it's about. Going against the best and beating the best. And all the people, I seen Ahmed, he's so shameless. He came out and said, you're going to get smoked by Real Madrid. You're going to get smoked by Real Madrid. You have no chance versus Real Madrid. We beat them. And then he says, oh, Real Madrid have not been good all season. You're supposed to beat them. Since when is that the narrative?
There were all the haters over there on El Ahua, other than you, never didn't believe. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't believe either, but I didn't go to the lengths that people like Hamza and Don Hussam did. Like, we showed up. We were always capable of showing up and putting on a performance, and we did. And you ask Real Madrid fans, like we have Will over there at Football Carnage. He was always saying, you know, we could be God at. I don't think we will, but we could be God at. And everything went wrong for them, and everything went right for us. I don't think we're talking about Thomas Partey enough either. That guy was absolutely owning the midfield. I think his performance was underrated, if anything. Like, it was overshadowed by the fact that Declan Rice got the 2 worldy goals, overshadowed, but he was bossing it. He was physical the entire time, body checking midfielders halfway through, bro. I thought I was watching hockey. These guys,
people say Thomas Partey has a fake age. He might be younger.
Bro, dude, give him another year. Give him another year.
We'll talk about Thomas Partey, but before we go any further, we got Connor. Connor, I don't know when you turned into the negative the person who comes on here and always spews negativity, but today you're positive. You got the lights on, you're happy.
He spews negative. I'll spew somewhat facts. No, I'm joking. Now listen, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm of course I'm happy. It was fun. It was a dream watch. It was a dream watch. I didn't. No one, even though people said it to you, Agal, no one predicted that scoreline or the way the game would happen like that. I think the only person who actually predicted that was Ty from AFTV. He actually was like, "Yeah, we're going to win." Like,
I said 2-0.
Did you? You said 2-0? Oh, fair play to you then. Fair play to you. I mean, I think sometimes you've got to believe in you guys then, instead of just running our jaws. But listen, no, I think we all had a reasoning, like TJ said, to be worried for the game, 100%. But the way the team went out, you know, this was the reason for why we've moved to this stadium, for games like this and for times like this. And like, I literally saw a video a couple of years ago we were struggling to beat Olympiacos, like in the Europa League. And now we're out here competing with Real Madrid. And you know what? All I've wanted is for people to realise that, you know, we're not a joke. Like, we're in group chats. We've got to back ourselves. Try, at least, especially with European competitions. We're now in a situation where people are now starting to recognise us. And in the transfer window this summer, if we do get through, possibly to the final, if we do play PSG and we get to the final, we could have some serious business in the summer. Players will be like, yo, I need a part of this. I need to see what's going on. So I think respect to Mikel Arteta for the game and the game plan. I was very worried with the lineup, and I thought, here we go. We're going to be lobbing balls into the box FC, Merino up front. But we didn't do that. We utilised the wingers and our fullbacks, and it worked perfectly. Madrid thought they could be a bit tricky and wait for us to make mistakes, which we did, especially in the first minute when Kiwior made that little mistake. I thought, oh, shit. We've got a long day. But we didn't, and we done very well. And the game plan was set up perfectly. And you can just see the difference in Bukayo Saka when he's playing compared to when we're not. Just look at the difference. I mean, I love Wanyeri. I think he's definitely one for the future, 100%. But just look at the difference, man. Completely different. The way we set up everything, it was perfect. And we've made a statement, fellas. We have made a statement, but I want us to continue making statements. This was a night to remember. Let's get through that second leg. I do believe we can. I'm 85%, 90% sure that we're going to get through. You never know. It's always football. Stuff going to happen, especially in the Champions League. But we made a statement that we are a good team. We do have that in our locker. But let's make more statements. Let's not just make the one. Let's make more. Let's get to this final. Let's get to the semi. Let's get to the final. That's all I want. The Champions League's all we and let's make it happen.
TJ, take it away before I come in and say
bro,
what I gotta say.
Bro, another thing that isn't being talked about, Myles Lewis-Skelly running up the pitch, absolutely skewering that left side. And people want to talk about Martinelli and his speed. Myles Lewis-Skelly inverting into the midfield 10 times better than Zinchenko could have ever done it. Calafiori could have ever done it. This kid is so calm and concise on the ball. He plays for the badge. Incredible assist on Mikel Merino's goal. I don't think that's being talked about enough. I don't think Real Madrid knew what to do with him, to be honest with you. They said he was packing Rodrigo. Rodrigo was trying to play defense half the time. The guy was on toast. So Myles Lewis-Skelly, take a bow for your performance yesterday, son. Because number one, not only did he also prove that he's one for the future, he could be one for now. He could be our starting left back all season next season. Period. End of story. Obviously, we want to see some rotation. He is still young. He still does have some growing into the game to do, but he is one of the best left backs on form right now in England. Period. End of story. In Europe. End of story. So he was incredible. Again, Declan Rice, what can you say? He's my captain. He's my captain. He was just absolutely unbelievable. Had the Emirates rocking. I'm 100% behind the I keep laughing about this and it keeps coming up. You know how many times did we have to did people say, and I'm normally a negative guy, but you know how many people have come to me and said we overpaid for Declan Rice? Did we over? And I always said, no, we didn't. He's literally been our most consistent in both availability and performances over the last 2 years. He's been our best midfielder. You can say what you want about Thomas Partey this season. He's been fantastic. And the fact that Thomas Partey has been great this season is because he's actually been able to stay on the pitch and off of the medical list.
We've backed you through thick and thin, TJ.
Yes, exactly. No, exactly. I did not say one bad word when people say Declan Price, Declan Spice, all this bullshit. No, the guy has been the most consistent midfielder for us. When Ødegaard disappears, guess who stands up? Declan Rice, all the time. So what a performance. He is now those were 2 world-class free kicks.
When we needed a goal versus Chelsea, who stepped up?
When we needed a goal against Luton Town last season, who got it? Declan Rice.
Man United,
Declan Rice. Sorry.
Both times Declan Rice.
Can you guys finally give me some props for? I called it from time. You guys were saying Camavinga is better. I'm not.
Whoa!
I never said Camavinga was better.
A lot of people said it. He
was their best player yesterday, but
people are clowning me saying Camavinga is better than Declan Rice.
It's definitely a fair argument, but in my opinion, listen, I'm not saying I watch Real Madrid week in, week out, because I don't. But I know my player, and I'm not stupid to say silly things like comparing players to certain other players, but that's a fair comparison. But I do believe, especially going forward, I love watching Declan Rice, and people telling me that he's better as a 6 than an 8. You're lying to yourself.
You know what? Let's talk about this. You're saying Declan Rice is an 8. That's it.
Forget about both, but he's definitely better as an 8. Just look at the way he progresses.
I think playing as a 6 his whole life tells him short. He has so much to offer in the final third.
Yeah.
I was one of those people that was purely in the 6 camp, but the calendar year 2025 has proven completely different to me. I mean, he's been spinning people in the final third like 3 out of the last 4 games. He's been that line breaker on the left side as the 8, man. Like I'm having to eat my words on that one. Do I think Rice is a natural 6? Yes, but he's good. He's good as an 8. He's good as an 8.
Someone said to me, we have what do you call it? Thomas Partey, who can play that Roberto Silva role basically right now, and you have Declan Rice basically doing the what do you call it? The Patrick Vieira role. Going forward, he can get involved. He has everything that you need. Maybe not as good as a passer, but he gets forward, gets involved in that goals. He's really good, solid defensively. If you need him to play the 6, he can do it. If you need him to play the 8, he can do it. And the most dangerous thing about him, those free kicks. I did not think he had that in his locker, but now that I think about it, he's been crossing in the ball from the right-hand side for so long. That's basically like a whipped-in cross from a corner.
Mm. Yep. Yeah.
Why the hell did we not? Why did it take until the Everton game last weekend for him to take his first free kick?
No idea.
Did he trust the captain more than Declan Rice? But then again, like, bro, listen, guys, I'm not in fucking jail. Like, Jesus, do you know what? It's fucking crazy. Like, every fucking stream I go on, I've got shit. Do I have to turn my fucking camera? I've got shit.
They're talking about your background.
I'm not in jail. Listen, I've got stuff, but it's just not in the area around here. I need to put stuff up. I'm going to change this shit real soon. I just keep seeing it every chat going. Are you in jail? Where's your Arsenal flag? Like, what the fuck? Leave me off. Sorry, back to it. Is it the fact that he prefers the captain to take it because he's better at it? But there's no way now that Declan Rice cannot take free kicks. He has to be taking them every single time, whatever the angle now. So, yeah, 100%.
I think we were just trying to sell Ødegaard, and I mean Ødegaard's gotten close a couple of times, but other than that, he hasn't scored. He hasn't scored a free kick since 21 against Burnley. You know, and I remember I was sitting right there watching that free kick. I remember that one, guys. I lost my absolute mind. But Burnley have been back to the Premier League and back down to the Championship since then twice. Okay, it was 4 years ago. We need to start setting it up. We need to start setting it up differently. And now we have any doubters about Declan Rice now are no longer doubters, or they're just deluded with an agenda at this point. I'm sorry. I'm not hearing anything else about better midfielders on the Arsenal squad. We just don't have it. Until Ødegaard returns to his form 2 years ago, I'm not hearing it. So fantastic. He takes the free kicks for the rest of the season, for the rest of his Arsenal career, in my opinion. Shout out, Will. You're a fraud. Enjoy that L.
Yeah, Will, Sam, Dave,
enjoy that
all the Real Madrid fans I know, Guti, all you guys can hold that, because they were telling me, be worried. We're gonna come to the Emirates. We're gonna slap you 4-0, 5-1, 3-0. They were right about the 3-0. It's just for the wrong team in their eyes. Trimless, welcome to the show. We were talking about Arsenal's win versus Real Madrid, and we just got onto the topic of Declan Rice, and we've been waxing lyrical about Declan Rice for like the last 9 minutes. Talk to me about the game. Talk to me about Declan Rice, and just where's your head at right now? Because I think Arsenal's win had so many people in such a good mood. I seen more Arsenal shirts all around where I live, and I don't live in London. I seen so many people just happy. I seen the statistics of London's knife crime went down for one day. Madness. Talk to me.
Is that actually legit?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, good to see, innit? Good to see. But where do you begin, man? Where do you begin? What a night. As I've been saying to people who've been asking me, I had my first son, I had my second son, and then came April the 8th, the 3 best days of my life. I'm telling you, bro. You already know, man. The first goal came in, I broke the bed. The second one came in, and then yo, man, what a night! What a night to be alive,
better
man.
than sex. You broke the bed,
bro. It was, bro. That night, that feeling there when Rice bagged that first free kick was better than any nut I've ever bust, bro. I can't.
Hey yo, hey yo,
that was
that is nuts,
bro. I know, bro, but bro,
wild.
I can't lie. The excitement, the way we played, because when
that's crazy.
I can't breathe.
When I saw the lineup, I'll be real, like, because I was already thinking, you know, honestly, I thought it was gonna be a draw, like a little stinky draw, and I would have probably took it. So when I saw the lineup as well, I mean, having Merino up front, I don't care what form he's been in, like, it was just not great to see. Kiwior having to step up. I need to apologize to Kiwior because before the game, I was cussing him out.
Bro, you know what? Let's take a second and talk about Kiwior.
My friend saw me and said, "What, have you lost already?" I said, "No, bro, Kiwior's playing." But
let's
I got
talk about a bunch
to
of these guys.
It was just a phenomenal night. The way we played, I don't think Partey's got.
Can you hear me?
Huh?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear, bro.
Oh, my bad. I'm talking over you. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was gonna say, let's take a second and
it's a bit delayed though. I can't lie. I don't know if this is just me.
Yeah, there's a delay. Is the delay on my side or on your side? Can you guys hear me?
No, I can hear you fine, ago.
Yeah, you're fine.
Both fine. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe we're just talking over each other. I was gonna say, let's take a second and just appreciate each player quickly. Raya made some good saves, you know.
Oh, the one-on-one with Mbappe, I thought, he's gonna score.
He turned Mbappe into Lacazette.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Well, and a lot of people are. He made some good saves, but he was also passing the ball. His ball distribution was fantastic as well.
I would always formally apologize to Mikel Arteta, by the way, for that, because when we got him, I was like, why? Ramsdale's fine.
Oh, are you gonna apologize to me, Connor?
Why?
Because I was back in that move the entire time, and people, the hashtag friends of Aaron were all over me about that. Just saying.
Yo, guys, David Raya stood tall, but Courtois was the best keeper on the night.
Oh, 100%.
We
forced Courtois to be the best keeper. We forced him to be
the best keeper. Courtois was definitely Real Madrid's best player. It would have been 5 or 6 if it wasn't for him. Don't you guys agree?
Courtois, yeah, 100%. Courtois in the 69th minute with the three nailed on saves when we had him. It would have been 4 or 5-0 without him. He's a world-class keeper, and he showed that he's a world-class keeper. And nobody, I don't care what anybody says, nobody is getting to those free kicks. Period. In his story. You didn't respect Declan. You didn't respect him enough.
Apparently, David De Gea one time did that. He projected that it was going to go in the top corner and went there before it got there.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's gone goalkeeper side, didn't it? Courtois already stepped and anticipated to go the other way. But even if he didn't, bro, that was top bins, bro. That was disgusting.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, not to bring it back to Declan Rice, but I've watched that at least.
No, bring it back, bro.
How many times have I watched it? I think 300 times too.
Bro, I've watched that free kick so many times, but I don't care. It will never get old to me. But what?
I don't know. Listen, the first one was.
I've not watched match highlights of a game more than I've watched this in years.
It'll be even better to see the 3-3 next week. No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there. Too soon. The back line. Saliba's just so good. We know what he's made of.
Yeah.
We don't really need to spend a whole hour talking about Saliba. Let's take a second and talk about Kiwior, Timber, and Myles Lewis-Skelly. Whichever order you guys want to start with.
I'll just say Kiwior. I don't think he had to do too much. It wasn't an amazing performance by him. It was just he was tidy on the ball after his couple of mistakes in the first 10-15, and he tackled Mbappe once. I don't think he had to do much more, to be honest.
Yeah, I just really no, sorry. No, what I was gonna say is like, yeah, we can talk about the other three. You can talk about Myles Lewis-Skelly, Kiwior, and Timber, but Saliba's just such a calming presence back there. I mean, he was so cool, and I think that rubs off on everybody around him. He has that calm aura about him to where he doesn't really panic. He makes the right moves all the time, and everybody takes on that aura. Like Kiwior, it took him a while to get into the game, but once he got into the game, he was fine. Wasn't nervous about him back there at all. Real Madrid did not look threatening, other than the Mbappe side net. They really didn't look that threatening ever. So
also, do we have the second coming of Kyle Walker in Timber, 1v1 demon.
He's ridiculous, bro. Everything about him is crazy. His strength, the way he moves, the way he progresses the ball forward. I wouldn't per se say he's got the pace of Kyle Walker, but he's looking good, man. He's looking good. Last season was a bit of like, I think he was trying to get into his own, but this season, you know, definitely in talk for one of the best right backs in the league this season. 100%. 100%.
100%.
Guys,
and he can play anywhere in the back line as well. He's a phenomenal talent, man. That was such a good, solid signing. Solid signing.
100%.
But Kiwior tried to kill him with that horrible back pass. When he was
when Saka made that back pass, I think it was the Mbappe pass, wasn't it? I was like, the fucking hell, what are we doing? We did have moments where we were a bit jittery, and I was like, come on, guys, calm it down. And we did. And we took our time. And I was getting a bit annoyed with the sideways football. I was like, look, Martinelli's screaming for the ball. He's screaming for it. Go give him the ball. So it was getting a little bit tedious. And I was like, if we don't get a goal, these guys will pounce on us. But we defended well, man. We defended well. And I've got to give credit to Kiwior, because I was one of the people that really undermined him for this game. I didn't want him playing.
Do you think that was a game plan with the passing?
I think Ben White's not ready.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Ben
White would have got spun.
Ben White's not ready, and I don't want to see him play center back. I would have rather had Kiwior.
Hey, honestly, at this point, I trust Arteta. So we spoke about Timber, we spoke about Saliba. Let's take a second to speak about Myles Lewis-Skelly. 18 years old, boys and girls.
Crazy,
Sorry,
bro.
why am I saying boys and girls? Just boys. 18 years old.
The way he progresses that ball forward when he's moving forward from left back, he's inverting. It's ridiculous. The confidence that he has is crazy. He done that run again. He done it against Everton, and unfortunately, we got a free kick out of it. We didn't get anything out of it though.
Did you see he nutmegged 2 Real Madrid players in the lead up to Martinelli's shot?
If Martinelli scored that, because that was the triple rebound, wasn't it? That Courtois.
Yeah,
save.
the one Merino also.
That was the one that kicked off that whole passage.
Yeah.
Merino also had 2 shots. It was a madness. Long story short, Real Madrid were on the back foot for majority of the game.
No, facts. I mean, the first half was a little bit cagey, but the second half, it was lights out. We were all over him.
Is Saka all right? Because obviously I know you have to come off. Is he all right?
What?
Saka. Is Saka all right? I've seen someone say.
No, Saka's good, bro.
He'll be fine.
You know what Saka was getting? He was getting the clap and the ovation after getting subbed off. That was it.
I'd personally, I'd rest him for Brentford this weekend.
We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Yeah,
you're jumping the gun. Let's finish the game first. So we spoke about Declan Rice. Do you guys want to speak about Ødegaard quickly? Because we spoke about Partey, we spoke about Rice. We didn't really speak about Ødegaard.
I think Ødegaard had a poor game.
The only person who had a bad game, you'd say. It wasn't even that bad in comparison to Jude Bellingham.
Not poor in the sense of making mistakes, but poor in terms of impact in the game in the final third. I think he was just a bit lackluster. It wasn't too sharp. And I feel like he I don't know. Obviously, I know Arteta likes him to link up with Saka, but I want Ødegaard to operate more in central areas and try and give it to Martinelli as well. It was so intentional that we did not want to give the ball to the left hand side. There was only an odd few times, and I think Rice and Martinelli, like they can create chances themselves. Like I don't know why we don't.
You know what I noticed? They don't look for Martin Ødegaard anymore on cutbacks. I don't know if they don't trust him, but Martin Ødegaard numerous times had his hands up like this, nobody around him crashing into the box. And it's like, just give him the ball. Maybe he gets a goal. But I don't know. They don't trust him, or they want to go straight down the line every single time. But the cutback from Martin Ødegaard was there, but nobody was giving him the ball.
I think it was more of the factor of that we were utilising the wingers a lot. Because if you look at it, none of our midfielders actually created chances that game. So it was very much a case of we were utilising the wingers as much as we could. Can I be honest with you? On another night, if it wasn't the occasion, everyone wasn't that was so good. Ødegaard did have a stinker. I gotta keep honest and real. He did have a stinker, and but I let it slide because although what I asked for, everyone gave me 10 out of 10s and said that's what I said. I want everyone to give me 10 out of 10s. Otherwise, I'm going for the top of your head like a snake. But I let it slide. But it's just like, I look at it in a sense, fellas, and it's like, this is our captain, man. I just don't think this should be it long term. This just shouldn't be it. It doesn't sit right with me. I'm all for him being here. I'm not.
Yeah.
I know I make jokes about Ødegaard out, but I make jokes about it because he's got talent. There's no doubt about that. But I think he needs to be either moved. It's difficult
Let me
because
stop you right there. Isn't it great that we have all these leaders on the pitch? Because look at Jed Spence on Tottenham. He got asked what leaders are there in the team, and he said leaders, and he started thinking Arsenal.
You're a joke, bro.
Arsenal.
Wow.
You don't really need to think too hard. You know, you got Gabriel Magalhaes. Saliba looked like a leader in that game, the way that he stepped up. I'm looking at Raya ordering people around. I'm looking at Thomas Partey, steady Eddie. I'm looking at Rice. Everyone has their own way of doing things. And then you go to the attack. Bukayo Saka is a leader too. He's one of the guys who drives the team forward, leads by example. Martin Ødegaard might not be the rah-rah leader, but guess what? On the pitch, he's actually like a second coach, the way that he's instructing people. You've been to games. Anyone who's been to games knows Martin Ødegaard's role. Sometimes you don't see some of the stuff that he does on TV because he's literally pointing out what to go, telling people to press, instructing people what to do throughout the game. I do think he has a bigger voice than we actually see on TV when we're watching it from TV. When you go to the games or whenever you see him on the ball or whenever you see him off the ball giving instructions, it's really majority of the time away from the ball.
Yeah, you're talking about him. You're talking about him like he should be the manager. Like that's what a manager does, right? Like
no, but
my point is that he can do that all you want. Yeah, no, the best captains do that, but the best captains also perform and don't disappear in big moments. And he was the only one out of that entire 11 that didn't stand out or have a standout performance. Like you could even say Kiwior during passages of that game had standout performances or standout patches to play. I couldn't name you once where Ødegaard did that yesterday. And don't get me wrong, we have seen him have the capability of being a baller, but this season he just hasn't, and everybody around him has stepped up.
TJ, his best contribution was giving Rice the
free kick. This guy's a hater.
Yeah, exactly.
FIL Discovery says 2 fluky goals from Declan Rice.
Oh, Cope.
What?
He might just be trolling.
What is that word?
Because anyone with a brain.
Anomalies.
When you do it twice, it gets discredited, bro.
If you do it twice in the same game,
it gets discredited.
With that class, it can't be anomalies.
That's one of the best. That's one of the best free kicks I've seen in a long time.
Bro,
I'm
not even being biased.
That's the best free kick I've seen in the Emirates by far.
We don't easily.
Fuck Cristiano Ronaldo's free kick.
No, I think. Do you know what? The last time I've probably seen a good free kick like that, it was Santi Cazorla's one against the. Oh, that wasn't the Emirates, was it? That doesn't really count.
That was in Wembley.
Wembley.
That was in Wembley.
Nah, Arsenal, we don't see free kicks. The last free kick
we've seen was in 2008. Ronaldo.
God, you go back that far.
Was Pepe's
free kick of that quality?
Yeah, that's a shout. Pepe's against Villarreal.
Free kicks, they were dirty, bro. Both of them.
They were good, but they weren't of that quality.
No, they weren't of that
quality. Pepe's free kicks was like you're not going the same side where Rice was going. You're more going towards the keeper and catching him out. If I'm not mistaken.
We don't be seeing free kicks go in, so that was just the last thing I could remember.
Yeah.
Hey, enough about the free kicks. I don't want to save too much. I want to save a lot of time for other topics, but quickly, anything. I'm gonna give each of you guys one player. Who wants to take Merino?
Don't have to. I'm joking. No. Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what it is? I mean, first of all, what a goal! Like the fact that he had the technique to actually do that. We've just discovered his position. He ain't no fucking 8. I don't want to see him. I don't want him back there anytime soon because he just doesn't work there at all. He is, I'd say, a false 9. I think he's more of a fox in the box, but he's not really a.
Talking about Merino as a 9.
Give Arteta his flowers.
Crazy.
I'm giving
Arteta his flowers for finding his
flowers because he had no one else to play up front again. I do apologize.
No. He gets flowers for finding a solution.
No, of course he is. But Egal, I'll throw you this question. Egal, I'll throw you this question now. Does it bother you a little bit the fact that we've got Merino now, who's an option? Now look at last summer. Yes, we apparently went for Sesko, but it didn't happen, so I don't believe in any of that bullshit. if it was on paper, I'd be like, Sesko's here. Fair enough, I believe it. But I like to think that Arteta looked at the previous season was like, we scored 90 plus goals. Do we really need a striker? We've got Kai Havertz. He's doing all right. We've got a load of goal scorers. You look at this season now.
No, I think
he's got Listen. He's got Kai Havertz. He's got now Mikel Merino to play there. Jesus is injured, so we can't sell him this summer. Do you think the manager goes out and buys a striker this summer?
Yes.
Or do you think Berta buys?
Yes.
Berta will.
Yes.
Berta will.
Yes.
Yeah,
and we're
you
gonna
still
talk
think he
about
buys a striker, even though we've got these great
Gyokeres
options?
is in the bag. He's going to be delivered soon.
Well, I like to hope so.
But I want to also point out one more thing. Jesus got injured. It's not just Havertz. The thing about Arsenal this season is Jesus' injuries and Havertz's injuries has forced us to play Merino. But in actual reality, when Jesus was fit, he was bagging. When Havertz was fit, and he had rotation, and he wasn't like having to play every fucking minute for every game. He was consistent with Saka next to him and Ødegaard there. When the team was firing, a lot of these guys who we criticize were not looking as bad. And Mikel Merino scoring the goals that he's been doing for the last 6-8 games just goes to show you the system is not the problem. The personnel sometimes, or the lack thereof, quality in certain areas can be a problem. I don't think the manager has ever been the problem, and Mikel Merino is a further example of that. If Bukayo Saka has the same performance versus Real Madrid with a striker in the game, best believe that striker has at least 2 to 3 goals based on his movement.
So can I ask you? So if going forward now, if it was even on the bench, would you prefer to see Mikel Merino now playing permanently if he was the option as a false 9? You don't want to see him in the midfield anymore.
I don't think Mikel Merino will be playing as a number 9 after we sign a striker in the summer. But what he will be,
if I could just wait, it's a waste.
But 1 second. But what he will be is a box crashing midfielder who allows us to have another person in the final third with the finishing ability of a forward.
So would you bench him? Because if we buy a striker, I mean, that
he would have to be a bench player.
Mikel Merino.
I don't think
Mikel Merino.
I just want to make this clear. I'm actually happy with, by the way. We're going to be benching
Mikel
Merino next season.
Mikel Merino is going to be. We're going to have 50, 60 games a season, right? Mikel Merino is going to get at least 40, where he's starting or coming off the bench.
So are you telling me we're going to rotate striker?
I think Arteta will be able to now start doing pep roulette after this summer, once he has the quality squad that we need.
I just think it's going to be interesting to see, because if we buy Gyokeres, that's 4 different striker options we've got.
He's not a striker, Mikel Merino. He's a forward.
But he's playing in a 9.
He's not even a forward.
It's an emergency thing, bro. As soon as we get a striker, he's back.
Of course. What's wrong? I'm trying to make. If we're not playing him in a false 9, he's useless. He's shitted in 8. Bro,
stop it. You right now are being very. You're looking at one thing and one thing alone. He's not only offering goals. What he offers you is another player who can play in the midfield, who can also offer you more up front and also have the capability to do defensive work.
No, because again, he offers nothing in the midfield. He offers in the box up front. So there's no point of playing
because when those crosses were coming in, Merino weren't there.
It's his first season. It's his first season, and he's had to play the second half of the season as a striker. Let's not write people off. Understand, Mikel Merino is going to be a squad player at best. He's not going to be guaranteed starter.
No, of course, but so is Kai Havertz if we buy a striker.
100%, but that means the quality of the squad improves. You should be happy. Why are you cussing?
I am happy. I'm not angry. I'm just asking you the question.
He's just saying Merino starting as an 8 isn't.
I'm just making. The whole reason I asked you the question
Merino would be starting.
I want to know your thoughts. If he bought a striker, what would you then do with Merino and Havertz? Because they're going to be benched. Because
they're going to be
Mikel Merino, Kai Havertz.
I'm 21.
Martinelli.
I appreciate it.
Mikel Merino, Kai Havertz, and Martinelli, 3 players who started a lot of games this season, will be moving to the bench and will give Arsenal much more quality in depth.
No, I agree.
And that right there is the main reason why I'm happy with the Mikel Merino signing. And if that means
if he didn't back these goals up front, would you still be happy with
if we get Zubimendi? If we end up getting Zubimendi, If he
I
ends
don't
up getting
want Zubimendi. Can we stop the
eventually-
Zubimendi talk, please? Like he's actually.
We're not getting Zubimendi. I'm sorry.
Zubimendi's going
You
Real
guys,
Madrid.
you guys don't know that. You guys don't know that.
Going
But
Real
we're
Madrid.
gonna
Yeah,
talk about-
but we're closer to Gyokeres than we are to Zubimendi. Can we agree on that?
we
Zubimendi,
I
I don't think Zubimendi is going to leave Spain.
He's going Madrid.
No, there's no guarantee he's gonna go to Madrid.
Look,
But
go ahead.
Do you guys want to talk about Saka and Martinelli or forget that?
I think Martinelli was heavily appreciated on Tuesday.
Yeah, man, he was.
He could have easily got 2 goals.
He had a tricky at night because he was dealing with Valverde, but he did get past Valverde. And yeah, like you said, Gal, he had those 2 opportunities at goal, which unfortunately was saved by a very good goalkeeper. I think he was heavily under. I saw so many times when we were 0-0 where we were passing it sideways, which may have been the game plan, but I remember seeing so much space he had. Valverde wasn't marking him. I thought, fuck, give it to him. Let him
They're
run
giving
through.
us a ton of space.
Go.
A ton of
Like, go
space.
forward, go forward. But then in the second half, we were utilising it more. And I think the manager actually realised, fellas, I'm all for keeping the possession, but we've got to be going forward here. We can't be passing it sideways and expecting something to happen. So we did really utilise him in that asset. And I'm starting to now like what he's doing now. He is starting to show old signs of a couple of years ago now.
I think he's finally gaining some confidence.
Yeah, I agree.
think he had he literally he had his head down. He obviously had the injury that kept him out. I think his form was down, but he's had a couple of good games since then, and now he's running like he did 2 years ago. I think he does have that quality on the left wing. If he's playing confident, he's one of the best left wingers in the league. Period. End of story. I think that, and I think he's coming into his own now. Go ahead.
If he has somebody who has good movement, majority of those passes that don't look so great is also down to the strikers that we don't have good movement. Martinelli could get bare assists next season, and he might even force whoever we buy at left wing to be on the bench because he raises his levels. That doesn't mean
think he needs.
That doesn't mean
I just think he needs
buy
to be
his shit. So Connor might not lose his shit again.
I just think we need to be able to trust him to not just go heads down and hit the byline. Like we really need him to be able to cut back and look for a pass. I don't see him doing it for that.
Head up.
Yeah, head up. Exactly.
Before he was just getting on his left foot and inshallah. Like now he's actually trying to pick someone
now
out.
He's trying to pick.
Guys,
you know why?
Because
we're linked to Williams. Now Martinelli's like, oh crap, I've already got trust on
him.
him.
We're not linked to Williams anymore. It's a madness. But talk to me about Saka. Talk to me about Saka.
We'll be linked to Luis Suarez tomorrow for all we know.
Talk to me about Saka, guys.
Serious. We're linked to everyone. No, I didn't say serious. I said serious. Go away. Saka, yeah, he's legit.
Percent fit Saka, bro. Like he was just driving. He was giving Alaba problems, bro. He made Alaba look like such a.
That is a game with no goal or an assist, but you are one of the best players on the pitch.
For real. Look, Real Madrid fans were saying every time he got the ball, they were shook. He was like changing it. Like Alaba didn't know what he was gonna do. He was going left, he was going right, bro. Twisting him up.
One of the biggest Real Madrid accounts, CT, posted that. He's like, every time Saka has the ball, I'm scared.
Bro, and Saka was looking confident, bro. Confident. You know what? I can't lie. I think that interview fired him up. It was like, what do you mean these men are levels above me? Bro, let me show you something.
I saw that. He was pissed off, wasn't he?
Bro, he looked vexed at that question. He was like, bro, these men think I'm a joke, man. Let's be real, Saka was in that Real Madrid team. Oh my goodness gracious. Do you get? But because he plays for Arsenal, man want to clown him and say this, that. Bro, I can't lie. Saka ended that world-class discussion for me. I was always saying he's elite, he's almost there. But yo, I can't lie. For you to do that 50% fit, like, bro, man's been up for time and he's just come back and he's making
forget Saka had these guys moving mad. You had Myles, Lewis-Skelly had Camavinga twerking. It was a madness.
Camavinga was pissed.
No pause. This is a madness. He had a madness.
Like, bro, you're
oh my god, dude.
Did you see the picture as well of Mbappe on his arse and Saliba's behind him like, get up?
Get up.
That's a cold picture, man.
And then it's like compared to the Gavardio one as well.
Yeah. It's cold, man. It's cold.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into some of the transfer talk because there's a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. But before we go any further, Champions League, can we win it, boys?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, forget about can we win it. Can we win it? Is the Real Madrid tie over?
Real Madrid tie is over. It's over. 100%. It's over. Yeah. No, our Arteta plays way too much of a pragmatic system. You think that our defense that we played against Man City when we were down 10 men was something? Get ready for what we're gonna do to stink it out at the Bernabeu. Get ready. It's gonna be a defensive display. It's over. It's over.
No, the only reason I'm saying it's it might not be over. It's not because of our performance, but because of the corruption that comes with Hala Madrid.
Fairs.
No, but we haven't conceded 3 goals. We haven't conceded 3 goals since 2023.
Yeah, and we haven't conceded 4 goals since 2020 against Man City when we lost 5.
The stats are in our favor. It's the thing is, right? And like I've heard a lot of people say it, but I'm confident. But if it was one team to do it, it would be Real Madrid. But after what I saw, it's like, will they be different at their ground with their fans? Yeah. Will they be on the ball more? Yes. I'm being a bit cautious, but I'm sorry. I literally said to Hooks when I was on his stream, I was like, the only way I see us getting to that semi is if we win this game 3-0. I seriously said that. And we've done that.
With that being said, I need every single person watching right now to come join us on YouTube because I'm going to be ending the video on Twitter. And you're gonna have to watch the rest of the video on YouTube. But so that's for the 250 people watching on Twitter. Come join us on YouTube. For the people watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost a penny. And you guys are being freeloaders right now, and it's not good to be a freeloader.
Pay the tax.
It doesn't cost a penny. It's absolutely free. It helps out to everybody. Why haven't you hit the like button yet? I don't know why you guys are waiting. Hit the like button right now. But yeah, let's get into some of the stuff. First things first, would you rather face PSG or Aston Villa in the next round?
PSG.
Emery knows
and we all agree it's because of Aston Villa's capability to play with a mid-low block and defend.
100%.
Yep. Emery knows us.
And Emery's a prick, man.
Yep.
I just don't want to face every goal.
And hey,
actually, you know what? No, because Luis Enrique has a little bit of like a story this season. I just
nah.
And don't forget, and I don't want people to get twisted about our game against them. That wasn't a fully fit PSG team. It
wasn't a fully fit Arsenal team either.
That's very true. That is very true.
We just beat Real Madrid with not a fully fit Arsenal team.
Yeah, I think I'd rather go for the PSG because I feel like we've had our history of Aston Villa, and you just never know with an English side. They know you well. You know them well. It's like,
can I bring up an X factor as well that people aren't talking about enough? Donnarumma is due a couple of stinkers. He's due. Whereas Martinez will not give you that.
That's another thing. Yeah,
Donnarumma will. Yeah. Donnarumma will.
Yeah.
So
do you man even rate PSG's defensive line like that?
What's their stats like? What's their stats like this season for their defensive record? I mean, it's going to probably be pissy. Look at the league they're in. Oh, look at the league they're in. Yeah, it's 20.
They dog walked the league. So
yeah, they're beating teams like Nantes and Brest and Lille, and I'm not. I'm saying like, but in the Champions League, let's be real. Until they started clicking, they struggled for a bit. They only finished a few places higher than City.
I'd be very annoyed with their history in the Champions League. I'd be very annoyed if we did actually go out to them. I can't lie, because I'm not gonna be around the bush. I think their tie's done. I think PSG would be very silly to give away the lead.
If Villa score in that one goal in that first half, it can change everything.
That's very true. That is very true. I think I'd rather have PSG, and also, yeah, for me, I think it's different when you're playing a side that you're not used to playing. Aston Villa, like I said, they know you. I mean, look at Martinez; he'll want more than anything to probably kick us out of the Champions League. So, and you're right there, TJ. You know, Donnarumma, I'd rather be facing him on goal than Emi Martinez, because for me, Emi Martinez is on the same level. No, probably not the same level, but definitely on the cusp of someone like Courtois, of the way he can save a goal, a shot from a goal. So, yeah,
quite a young team as well.
Can't stand him.
Yeah, it's a young team. Yeah.
Well, so, like, you know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Timber would have to have even more of. I mean, I like Vinny Joe. Don't get me wrong. I think he's been a bit off this year, 2025. But I can't pronounce his name. Please, someone do it for me.
Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah. Timber will have to be 100% because that goal we scored last night.
Lewis-Skelly will have to be on his game against Dembele. I mean, they do have killers.
Doué as well. He is fantastic.
Yep, Doué is great.
He is one for the future to watch out for. So it will be a tough side. It'll be a tough ask, but I think.
And their midfield is technically sound. You know, their midfield is technically gifted. Trust
Yeah.
me. The way they played better than Liverpool's midfield, like they made it bypass midfield easy. Like on the ball, they're quite press resistant. So it's going to be interesting to see how
Coutinho, Neves, very good players.
these men on the ball very press resistant. So it'll be interesting to see what Arteta does with that one if we get PSG. But don't write off Villa. Don't write off Villa.
No,
Emery
maybe not. Yeah,
Emery
especially
can
at it's at their ground. So yeah, actually they could pull something.
Their fans will be up for that as well. Probably the biggest game some of the fans have ever seen in their lives as well. So 100%.
That'll be a big night. That stadium will be rocking as well. Actually, it'll be rocking.
All right, let's get into some of the stuff now. Before we go any further, can we win the Champions League?
This guy, bro.
I'm not answering that.
He's trying to clip his man. He's trying to clip his man.
No, guys. We beat Real Madrid. We are one of the favorites to win the Champions League.
Inevitably, yeah. But
the team that beats Real Madrid, the team that beats Real Madrid for the last couple of times Real Madrid got beat in the Champions League, ended up going to win it. Chelsea beat Real Madrid, won it. Man City beat Real Madrid, won it. Who else was there?
To be fair, the last time we beat Real Madrid, we did get to the final.
Yeah,
against Barca as well, innit?
Also, Real Madrid have never scored.
And then
Real Madrid have never scored a goal.
One moment in time.
Real Madrid have never scored a goal against Arsenal.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy stat.
Innit?
Well, we'll see till next week. Egal, do you want my answer to your question? I'm not going to say we're going to win it, but I am a lot more confident that we can get to the final. Because these players have got it in them.
I believe we can win it. We beat Real Madrid. I'm going to be shameless. I believe we can win it still.
I think I'll be a bit more humble. I think we get to the final. But
if we get to the final, anything can happen in 90
I'm going
years.
to Munich, by the way. If we get to the final, I'm going to Munich.
Where you're going?
I'm going. Yeah, I ain't miss Arsenal Champions League final. I would have fucking dreamt of this shit. And 21 years of age, I'm going.
I might be having a baby around the same time.
So won the baby, bro. You gotta get to the fronty, bro.
That's that classic dilemma. That's that classic dilemma.
There's no dilemma, bro. F them kids. No, just
You've got one ticket to Munich, and you got front row in Munich. You go to Munich, or just go for the birth of your child.
Well, you can FaceTime her as well.
My wife will be watching with me.
Actually, no. We win the Champions League. Front row ticket. We win it.
You can have more kids, bro. We might not see.
It's cool.
These guys, you can tell these guys aren't married. You can tell these guys aren't married. These guys aren't married.
I'm divorced. I'm divorced, bro. Been there, done that.
My wife's not gonna come. She's gonna want to come.
Oh dear.
She's gonna say delay the pregnancy. Fuck it.
Delay the pregnancy.
Stuff it back in. Stuff it back in.
That's what she's gonna say.
Hold it.
But hey, I'm just trolling. Let's get back to business though. On a real, you guys don't actually think about it. We play PSG or what do you call it? Aston Villa. This is probably one of the best chances for Arsenal to win the Champions League.
100%.
Yes.
We
100%.
don't have. We are about to take out the biggest threat on our side of the bracket. And now here's where we become the favorites on this side. Let's be honest. PSG are not bigger favorites than Arsenal. Yes, they beat Liverpool, but Liverpool played different to Arsenal. We can do something that Liverpool don't necessarily do in their game plan. They don't play as defensive as us. They don't play as controlled as us. They're a little bit more open. They're a little bit more free, and they don't have defensive wingers. They don't have defenders that can defend on the wide areas as well as our Timber and Myles Lewis-Skelly can. Now, we don't have Gabriel Magalhaes, but just because we don't have Gabriel Magalhaes doesn't mean we're not gonna still be able to get to the final. The thing that worries me is always about, can we score the goals? But if we play PSG and say we get to the final and we play Barcelona, that's two teams that are attacking. And attacking teams, we are the kryptonite for some of these attacking teams. And when was the last time we lost to a big club in the Premier League? We don't lose to these big teams. All the teams remaining, except for Villa and Inter, I would say favor us in the style that they play.
I agree. I'd be more concerned.
I agree.
I want Bayern in that final more than anything.
They won't make. I don't think they're making it past.
They're not. Ideally,
by the way, company showed he has that Pep gene in him. He overthinking things.
And Kane still has that Tottenham gene in him.
Bro,
Fact.
how did he miss?
You see Kane's
Bro,
miss?
you're getting given a free
How did he
Bundesliga.
miss?
Relax.
That
You're
miss from Kane was disgusting.
Yeah, man.
And you know, if Bayern Munich bottled the league, oh my gosh,
They can't. They can't.
They
man.
can't.
They'd have to
They
sell him.
Kane-
It's him. He's
that
the problem.
confirmed, that solidifies the Kane curse. I'll just retire. I'll be like, you know what, man?
I'd be like, yo, do your thing, man. I'm gone.
Just wasn't
Maybe-
meant for me. Just
I'll
wasn't
take
meant for
the
me.
South Korea
Maybe
Cup, whatever we won in
NFL
I'm gonna
pre-season.
go. I'm gonna go back to my 13 kids and just.
13.
Man said, I want
I
Dortmund.
won my Audi Cup. I'm chilling.
I don't think we're getting Dortmund.
Yeah, you won't be getting that anytime soon. Unless they do a madness.
When he rings, he's getting.
Oh, dear.
Let's speak.
But no, Ødegaard, listen, you can sit here. You know, Trimmer said it. He thinks we're going to win it. I can't sit here.
I don't think. I believe.
You believe. Sorry, you believe. Apologies. I can't
You
sit
have
here and
to
say, yeah, of course you can believe. I can believe I'm going to fly tomorrow, but I'm not. Well, I might not.
Then you
know,
don't
it's
believe. No, joking.
Yeah, it needs to. Yeah, as Robbie
you
says.
don't
you
I
need
just
to
don't.
believe.
I just don't think you're believing hard enough. Really.
Bro,
Listen
you
to
know what
Robbie.
it is? You know what it
Little
is?
faith.
There's an age-old saying: if you hesitate, and these people
Can we not take it
nowadays,
one step at a time?
they hesitate too
They're
much.
to the final.
They don't take things. They don't think. I think these
We ain't taking
footballers.
steps, we're jumping.
I think the footballers on our team have the utmost belief that they can win the Champions League, and
The players-
and Mikel Arteta has the utmost belief that he can win the Champions League. And I think at this point we are so close, literally 4 games away from winning a Champions League. Why can't we?
There's no reason why we can't. It's just I'd rather not sit here and then get clipped up in a
No,
I'm
month
just
and
gonna.
a half.
I'm gonna say that this is our best chance to do
100%.
something.
Of
and
course,
win
yeah,
something
100,
big.
yeah, 100%.
If I've been one of Arteta's biggest critics. Prove me wrong. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro,
prove me
if
wrong.
Arteta wins this Champions League, all
Prove
is
me wrong.
forgiven.
Dude, here's the thing.
Oh,
Here's the
it's
thing. Here's the thing. I will go on an apology tour that will rival all other tours. Okay, I'm dead serious. I will sit here and I will apologize to Igal on the stream. I'll apologize to anybody who wants an apology. I don't care. Just bring me the trophy. Bring me the Champions League.
Statue him as well. Statue of Arteta.
Let's get into Arsenal news.
Start pouring the concrete for it. Why not?
Arsenal news. First news is I think is bullshit. Real Madrid are set to approach Arsenal for what is it?
85 mil.
85 million for Saliba. They must be smoking crack.
That must be installments per year.
Drugs
Especially
drugs
after
coming
that.
cheap wherever they are. That's all.
Yeah,
got the
there's
money-
no
they've got the
chance
money as
we're
well.
selling Saliba for 85 million.
Huh.
Stupid,
Especially
man.
after that
Saliba's
performance.
not going
last
nowhere
night.
in my books.
I think the players would have been like, raw. Is that what we can do?
I
to
think
Madrid?
Saliba's seen Declan Rice hit it top bins and said, I'm staying.
If Barca win the league if Barca win the league this season, bro, he'll be like, nah, screw this. But then again, you turn down Madrid, will they ever come back for you again?
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't
true.
matter, bro.
Madrid are petty. Madrid are
Saliba
petty.
is not going nowhere. Arsenal have him under 2 more years. If Real Madrid want him on a free in 2 years, maybe then he can go. But at this moment in time, he just witnessed us slap Real Madrid. What makes you think he's going to want to leave? He's
No,
going
I
to want
agree.
to stay.
I think it's
and see out.
yeah.
He's going to
And I
want
don't
to see
think
out his
Berta will get
contract.
it.
And
I don't think Berta
Saliba's
will
an
let him
Arsenal fan, bro.
Berta will let
The
him.
way that he runs around after we score goals, showing pictures of him as a kid wearing an Arsenal shirt. He's an Arsenal fan.
Oh, big up to Gabriel, by the way. Big up to Gabriel.
Big
That
up Gabriel,
boy, he's
man.
a
It
gunner at
hurt,
heart.
it
man.
hurt watching him from the sidelines.
Of course.
Yeah.
But look at the reaction, man. He's a gunner at heart, man. He loves this club. I could see him being here for a very long time. Very long time.
Yeah.
Like
You
a
know
Lauren
what?
like a Lauren Koscielny type server.
When the fans
I
are
mean-
singing your name like that for years, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It
Yeah.
turns into your home. It
Fuck
turns
Koscielny
into your
anyway.
home, man. And you know the Brazilians, they're passionate about
By
what
the
they
way,
do.
guys, Mateus Cunha might be headed to Newcastle. You guys don't want him anyways, right?
I thought he was going to Liverpool. I saw links about him
We're
going to
doing
Liverpool.
United.
I don't think- I think
honestly,
he's a
at this
tall
point-
Jesus. He's a
At this
tall
point,
Jesus.
I think it's such a one-season wonder, bro.
I think his agent is doing overtime, just linking him to
Agree.
everything.
Do you know, it makes me laugh, man. I mean,
He
I know
might
they
end
did-
up at Nottingham Forest, in my opinion.
That's a good signing.
That
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be a good signing for Forest.
Chris Wood investment.
Champions League experience. Like, whoa.
Yep, and they will.
Show
Yeah.
that you're him. Show that you're him, innit?
They're going to need to sign a lot of players this summer, even if it's just loans or free
By
agents.
the way, Aaron
They-
Ramsdale got relegated for the 3rd time, and now
Don't
he
laugh,
might
man.
end up
Yeah,
at
look
West
at
Ham.
that little smile on his face. Look at that little smile.
Now he might end up at West Ham with another former Arsenal. keeper.
West Ham.
Because he's my Chelsea, man.
I think he needs to. A lot of people said Leeds. Leeds are coming up. He'll go back there. We need a change.
He'll get
man.
relegated again for the
Screw
Can we have a
Leeds.
team? Can we have a
Can't
team? that
stand
actually-
Leeds.
Can can one of these teams actually fucking have the balls to stay up next season? Like, Jesus, can we? I know Sheffield done it for a season.
When was the last? Who was the last?
I
team
think
to stay up?
I think it was
Forest?
Sheffield.
Forest.
Forest. Yeah.
But look what they had to do.
And they had to cheat. They had
Bro,
to cheat to do it.
They use FM editor, bro.
Enough about that. Enough about that. Let's get on to the next one. Dean Hoyland, however you say his name, has a bunch of clubs after him. Chelsea want him as a starter. Arsenal want him as a cover for Saliba and Gabriel. Newcastle want him as a starter. Tottenham want him as a starter. Liverpool want him as a starter, and he wants Real Madrid, and Real Madrid also want him.
Bro, he wants Real Madrid, does he? Fair play to him.
He's going to be on the bench.
Yeah, he'll be sitting bench at every single one of those clubs except Tottenham.
If he's sensible, I think he goes Newcastle. But
Tottenham and maybe Chelsea. Tottenham and maybe
what
Chelsea.
the hell? Vinicius
rejected.
That's
Vinicius
bullshit. There's no way that's true.
$1 billion offer from Saudi Arabia.
That can't be true. Wait, what's the link? I've never heard of them guys before. Click on the link.
Trust me,
bro.
It looks maybe they are then.
It looks legit.
$1 billion.
Oh, okay.
But you just wouldn't sell yourself like that, man. He's got so much. He wants to win Ballon d'Or. Don't go Saudi.
The reason why Barcelona want to get rid of Rafinha is because they want to go get Nico Williams to replace Rafinha with.
I think he's a good talent. I'll take
Rafinha.
Rafinha.
Silly, bro.
I think he's a good talent.
Silly. Why would you get?
He's a Ballon d'Or candidate, but they want to sell him because the Barcelona's always doing this thing where they're broke.
Why would they need Rafinha when they got Savinho and Doku? Why would they need that?
No, Doku's getting sold
real quick.
Doku, good.
Doku needs to go do athletics. That's
by the way, Newcastle have basically they feel like they've won their battle of keeping Isak. And Arsenal, Liverpool, everybody who's interested in him kind of is now looking at other options.
Yeah, Jonathan David.
He'll be there this summer. He will stay at Newcastle. He will not leave that club this summer.
Jonathan David, Delap, Cunha.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Nobody on this list, bar Gyokeres, is
Liverpool want Delap. He's got is it a 28 million release clause?
Delap is going to end up at Man United or Chelsea.
He's going to sell his soul if he goes to Man
United.
Or
Tottenham. People are saying he could be the next Harry Kane.
A lot of Liverpool fans want him to go to replace.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you think Newcastle?
Liverpool fans want what's it called? That guy Higo Ekitike.
That's just such a waste of an investment. You need someone if you want to. Well, then
he
again,
scored a wonder goal today. What do you guys think about this take? Winning the Champions League is not as good as winning the Premier League.
Simon Jordan, if you listen to what Simon Jordan says, you're a bigger idiot than him.
It depends if you're looking at on a consistent basis or they turned up in the tournament, innit?
Who's Simon Jordan's toupee guy? That's what I want to know.
I think winning the Champions League is easier than winning the Premier League.
I actually agree with him. I know it sounds crazy.
No, I get, but you can't put. I understand. If he said easier, yeah, I could agree with him. But he's put not as good. How is being European champions?
Yeah,
not as good as being like that. Just doesn't make sense to me.
You know it's gonna be if we were to win the Champions League, somehow these men would minimize.
Oh yeah, they'll narrow it. It was an easy running. It was an easy run.
You got Man United fans making their Arsenal winning a game about themselves. They're saying they can handle City's treble. They can handle Liverpool's 20th.
I think United fan, that's so
they
disgusting.
Can't handle Arsenal.
Do you know what it is, Agal?
We're United fans to be happy that Liverpool have more.
We live rent free in their head.
It's not even that. It's the factor of the social media. If social media wasn't a thing, we wouldn't have this whole perception against us. It's because of social media. Also, I've got to quickly ask you a question, right?
Well,
it's everywhere. That whole blue face thing, mate. What's that all about?
Basically,
did you ever dare?
I made a bet that Chelsea would not win the Champions League, or I'll pay myself.
I'm sorry.
Chelsea won the and then Chelsea went and won the Champions League, so I had to pay myself blue. Next, Arsenal. By the way, to all the people who said Berta's coming here to sack Arteta, and then first thing we see is Berta first person he goes to after beating Real Madrid.
Well, he's not going to slap him, is he, Agal?
No. My thing is, people were talking shit saying Berta's here to end Arteta's reign.
No. I think he's here to take the reins more.
Yeah, he's here to tell Arteta, you're not signing anyone. I'm doing it now.
Yeah, I'm taking it. No more midfielders.
But all the people are painting it as if they're enemies. Like this is not the atmosphere you want to build at a club. But yeah, Arsenal have already banked 55.8 million prize money in Europe this season and set to earn more with 1 foot in the semi-final.
Well, that 58 million is going straight to Jamaican away kits. It's not going to play.
Wallahi, you're a jerk.
People, yeah,
Yo, what the hell is this?
All this stuff
Chelsea
about
want
if you win the
Rodrigo.
money. People, I swear to God, people get this perception that whatever we get goes to transfer funds. We're not playing FIFA here, people. There's a lot of other places where that money's got to go before it goes on transfer.
Good news.
It's like
Ethan set for a major pay rise.
Yeah, he deserves it, man.
Deserves it.
Give him as much as he needs.
No
At least
there.
50k a week. At least 50k.
No surprise there.
William
Saliba approach. We already spoke.
DJ,
about
what were we
that.
saying earlier about Newcastle? You were going to
No,
say
I wanted to ask him.
I'm trying to find something, guys. I'm trying to find something. Just bear with
The
me.
guy's like TJ and asking that question.
He doesn't want me asking that question.
About Newcastle.
I swear to God,
No.
it's very simple question. I can
Here
ask
we
it while you're
go.
scrolling. See, here we go.
Let him ask it.
This fucking guy.
I know you want to get on with the show, but let him ask it.
Go ahead, TJ. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Do Newcastle make the Champions League?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. Let's see. I think what's the
Chelsea
table
drop out,
saying?
Newcastle make it.
I think Villa and Chelsea don't make it.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans need to pipe down.
Because Villa are still in the Champions League, and Chelsea are going to focus on winning the Conference League. Newcastle don't have any. Newcastle don't have any European football,
dude.
And Man City and Nottingham Forest pretty much have one leg already in.
Put Manchester City in the Europa League, and I swear I'll give you my firstborn child. Put them in the Europa
League. Put Man City in the Europa League. We have a bigger issue next season when they come and try to win the league.
They'll be so quiet next season. City will be so quiet.
It'd be so good.
But it is top 5, by the way.
Just for the banter. Yeah, it is top 5. As of yesterday, it's top 5.
We gave it to them. They should be.
Yeah.
They should be thanking us.
It would. I think. I like to think. Honestly, if I got to keep honest and real, I think it will. I think it will be City, Newcastle, Chelsea.
What?
I do think City will.
You think Forest are going to slip off?
No. As in Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest, then 4th.
Oh, okay.
Because there's 5th. So I City, they've been shit this year, but I like to think they'll go out on a bit of a high. So I think they'll do 4th, and then Newcastle, 5th, and Chelsea.
They'll make it. It'll be Newcastle.
Right,
Newcastle,
so guys,
Newcastle.
Arsenal are going to go for Viktor Gyokeres. Manchester United, Barcelona, Chelsea, Liverpool, all clubs that would be also interested in another striker this summer. But I think Arsenal's in the best position to get Viktor Gyokeres. Now, they're saying Arsenal going for Viktor Gyokeres is a big blow to Manchester United because Manchester United obviously want Viktor Gyokeres. But we've already apparently agreed a 5-year deal worth 10 million a season with Viktor Gyokeres, and he's unwilling, and Chelsea and Manchester United are unwilling to match the wages that we'd be willing to give him.
What's the source, Agal? What's the source?
Just Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Is that the name of the thing, or are you just saying it's just?
That's the name of the source.
Yeah, it's not even like an actual, like a fucking journalist. It's an Arsenal account.
Hey,
I get when you talk about the deal. But in the most polite way, let's not take the piss here. Like, listen, I want Gyokeres. But the teams you actually mentioned, though.
What about what David Onsi said a couple of days ago?
I do believe the deal's legit. I do believe the deal is legit. He wants to come to Arsenal. I'll keep it honest and real. After that game the other day, if he's got any mind, no bias on it, if he's got any mind and sense, I know Liverpool are going to win the league this season, but I think he comes to Arsenal. I think it just makes sense.
We're in a better position.
Unless Liverpool maybe have more pull than us, they might do if we don't win the Champions League. They probably don't. They would do, actually. But it just makes sense for me.
Don't you think Arsenal is in the best position for anybody who's a striker to say, I want to go there? Because Mikel Merino's getting
the number 9 shirt's available, my G. It's there.
Mikel Merino's getting...
I will
Mikel Merino's getting how many goals? Like, what the fuck?
Guaranteed starter. Gyokeres sees that and he knows he's guaranteed in.
And I think Gyokeres fits our system more than Liverpool's, personally, but that's just me.
Bro, I think anybody who comes into this Arsenal team at striker is going to be getting minimum 20 to 30 goals easy.
I hope so. Do you know what makes me really sad?
I would settle for 20. Just give me 20.
No, because look at
Mikel Merino.
Look at Mikel Merino and look at the amount of chances we gave Kai Havertz. Jesus played 4 games. He got 2 hat-tricks.
Are we gonna do that? He also played 400 games and scored about 10 goals.
No, I'm just saying this season has been weird. The amount of chances
It's been an anomaly.
The football gods against us.
Usually we used to say, "Oh, we have Lacazette and Aubameyang, but we're not creating enough chances." Now it's like we have everything. We've built the defense. We've built the midfield. We have the wingers, or at least one world-class winger. We add a striker. We add a DM to replace the likes of Partey and Jorginho, and we add a striker. We're set.
Why are we getting rid of Uncle Partey, man? Our best midfielder.
The reason why Partey is going, I'm not gonna lie to you, it might be due to the rumors. It might be due to his age. It might be due to the fact that a cliff might be coming and he might be dipping soon.
No, his football IQ, age won't matter, man.
I think we should try to sign him for one more season.
I think Arsenal.
There's no reason why we shouldn't. We don't.
I think Arsenal would sign him, but only at like preferable terms. If he was willing to take a pay cut, maybe.
How old is he now? 33.
31.
31.
Who's been interested in him?
Brother,
seriously interested in him.
31.
He's 32.
That 31. That 32. I don't know if it's actually 32. To be fair,
he's 32. He's 32 in June.
I don't care how old he is. He's playing like this. Who cares?
My work colleague used to say he's low key 43.
Because Thomas Partey, when I seen him at Atletico Madrid at the age of 18, he looked 25.
If we've got any sense, we keep him because he's
now,
not.
Before
is not a priority next season. But the only thing that's worrying is he's injury prone. But we've got Declan.
Before people start saying, "Oh, why are you saying this about Partey?" I said the same thing about Fabinho. These guys fall off a cliff sometimes.
I think Partey is a better player than Fabinho and smarter than him.
I'd rather risk one more year of Thomas Partey, which isn't that much of a risk by the looks of it, than spend money on a new six when we don't really need it. We need to.
Maybe he's playing for a contract.
But bro, look how long we kept El Nene for. Let Partey do the Jorginho role, and if you want to get him a DM.
No, but what kind of money we're gonna put him on? If we put him on favorable terms financially,
it's not a P, bro. Just pay.
Sell Havertz will make a lot of money back.
Cut Havertz down and pay Uncle Partey, man.
Word. Get rid of Sterling as well. He's on a big wage.
Sterling's already gone, bro.
Good.
Sterling's already gone. Okay, let's talk about the next one. Zubimendi. Why you guys think Zubimendi's not going to happen?
He won't fit Arsenal.
He looks like the Spanish.
He won't fit.
No. Zubimendi, in my opinion, I just don't think he'll work at all in the Premier League. I think he will be. I don't want to put this. Will probably get me. Oh, God, it gives me Nico Gonzalez vibes. They're not the same player, but just the way I'm looking at it, it doesn't sit right with me at all. I think he is a Spanish league player. I don't think he'd fit in the Premier League whatsoever.
It's going to be another Ceballos thing. Danny Ceballos again.
I don't know who redirected. Somebody let me know.
Big Sixpence.
That was Big Sixpence.
Big up Mons every fucking time. My brother Mons, all the boys over there, Banks and everybody else. Shout out to all the Mendham and shout out to all the Big Six Mendham for the raid. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, brothers. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section. You think Arsenal can do it this year in the Champions League? Because I know Liverpool fans, they don't want Arsenal to do shit in the Champions League because it will shit on their season in them winning the league. They don't want anyone outdoing them.
100%.
No one does it, Gal. No one wants us to win nothing. And that's why I'm so eager. It's like, and you know what's crazy, right? I've looked at it. Arteta has the stats. What he's produced and the stats he's had.
But you still want him out.
Bro, listen to me. Let me finish my sentence ago. He's got all the stats. Oh, get out of here, Raya, man, you fraud. he's got all the stats. He's 16 out of 10. He's got all the stats.
That's why you got the shirt.
Yeah, listen, Arteta's
I had a feeling he was going to show up. I had a feeling.
16 out of 10.
I blocked him on Twitter. He's pissing me off.
He was, bro, it's so embarrassing. He was on a stream. Two girls came up and he's tried to say something like slick to compliment them. He's like, you two are 16 out of 10 still. And they just stood there like.
Did you not seen the clip? Oh, you've got to see
the clip is generational. We'll send it to you.
Bro, yeah.
Bro,
it's funny, man.
Listen, big up Ryan, man. Listen, hopefully that you get better pickup lines.
Did he get fully banned by Hassan? That's crazy.
The line's down, bro. Maybe girls ain't
you got banned.
It's 2025.
Yeah, what I was trying to say, because you actually agree with this. Arteta has all. This is what's so fucking annoying about him. He's got all the stats to show that he's good. He's really good, and what he's changed Arsenal to become. He just needs the silverware. Win it, bro. Win the silverware. and you'll have more to shout about than a Community Shield and an FA Cup. Like, just win stuff.
Let's win. You sound like Northside, bro.
Now let's add this.
One second. There's one more. I need to talk about. Nico Williams. Nico Williams, guys. Today there's reports that Nico Williams is no longer the guy, and Anthony Gordon might be the guy. Why do we Why do we have an abusive relationship with Newcastle? They beat us all the time.
Give me Guimaraes right now.
I'll take Gordon.
I'd take Anthony Gordon right now.
I'll take Gordon over Williams.
Give me Dan Burn.
That's his
highest. Not Dan Burn. I'm okay with Dan Burn.
I said Dan Burn. You want to take it too
far. Yeah, this guy's taking the piss.
Taking it too far, bro.
This guy's taking the piss.
I don't think anyone wants Dan Burn, bro. What are you talking about?
No, he was fucking around. Give
me Livramento, though. Give me
Lewis Hall right now.
All right, guys. Things going left now. Let's calm down. Let's bring it back. What the hell is this? He scored a goal versus Tottenham. All of a sudden, we're saying Henry-esque for doing a knee slide at their stadium.
that was cold. That was cold.
That is actually cold.
That was cold.
You know what? I rate it, but I don't think he's a good signing yet.
He needs more time.
He's very risky. If we bring him in, he could be Darwin Núñez-esque, because I've seen him. He misses a lot of chances. I mean, a lot of chances. And I don't think I'm ready for us signing a player and him flopping in that striker position. Oh, fuck us up.
Bro, can we just sign a world class
With Gyokeres, he has the experience.
We need a name.
Do us proud, Lacazette. My guy's hilarious. Oh, guys, Edu said farewell.
Good. Fuck off.
So,
hey, come on, guys. That's
okay. Thank you. You signed Declan Rice and like 2 other good players.
You know what?
Edu wanted Merino as well, not Kiwior.
You've been left with Marquinhos, Fabio Vieira, Nuno Tavares. All this shit.
The rumor has it.
Always Edu though.
The rumor has it. Edu had no control, and the board constantly cut his legs from under him. He wanted Murillo. He wanted Lucas Paqueta. He wanted Bruno Guimaraes. He also wanted to go to Brazil and raid them for some young wingers before Chelsea did, and we weren't able to do any of them. The one player they gave him was They gave Edu 3 million for fucking what's his face?
Marquinhos.
I don't know, but they also gave. But the one thing I would say, do you know what? Actually, the way I look at it now, maybe it was Edu kind of somewhat self-sabotaging Arteta a little bit. He said in that video when Sterling arrived, it wasn't a plan to get Sterling, but we got him. I think that was him trying to say, "Yo, you didn't let me maybe get any of these players. You can have this guy, have them. It's shit. You can have him." So I don't know. You could definitely see that there was a power struggle. They're 2 very big egos. I think Edu's got quite a big ego, so does Arteta. And I do hope that Berta comes in and doesn't have the same issue or problem, because we all know that Arteta has a massive ego. It's very clear and
can handle Simeone. He'll handle
very much that he loves himself a little bit too much at times. But if you produce on the pitch and you produce with the trophies, I'll accept it. But I do not want, especially this summer, I don't want no bullshit. I don't want let's get this player on a loan. He might be like, get quality.
Do you guys want to read the farewell letter? It's very long.
Well, why not, Gal?
Why are you going to read it?
What the hell? I'm not going to read it, bro. You guys know me. I'm dyslexic. I'm going to get stuck halfway through.
Whoa. What am I, AI? I can't...
No, 1 second. I'm just going to the good parts.
It's all the same stuff, mate. But
he starts off by talking about the mission and competing to try to win trophies, Champions League qualification, minimum expectations for a club the size of Arsenal. Right? It's been an honor for being the first sporting director of the club's history, a milestone that will carry a great pride. And he also talked about the process, rebuilding, the connection with the fans, essential part, supporters and everything, all the blah, 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 talking about the Emirates, the old version of hybrid atmosphere, trying to bring it back to Emirates. He bigged up the ownership, bigged up the board, bigged up the coaching staff, the director who hired him.
He has to say that.
He spoke about the box directors, the combination, the kindness from people, and then he just basically went on to say he wishes everybody at Arsenal the best. And the new sporting director, Andre Burton, who now has taken on this beautiful role, very classy, And you know something?
Someone decode that. I bet there's a little bit
Bro.
like a little fuck Arteta in there or
Oh,
something.
trust me, that was his PR agent that did that.
No.
Yeah,
The thing about Arteta is he says the board, Mikel, the players, coaching staff.
He didn't
That's
say
it.
Mikel
All
Arteta
only
though.
thing he mentions about Mikel. He doesn't even say his
Mikel Merino.
He doesn't even say
Mikel
Arteta. Yeah,
Merino.
it could have been Marino, bro.
Thanks for the goal last night.
It's even been Arteta, bro.
The way it's quite funny how he's actually put their names in like order of most importance. Owners, board, the manager. It's quite ironic that. I don't know. It seems a bit odd.
Yeah, because it's PR, bro. He didn't write that, bro.
Of course it is. I mean, I think he maybe had a little bit of input. Like, that's what I want to say. But then they type it all out. Probably might be done by GPT for all we know. Listen, Edu, do your thing, bro, and go to Nottingham Forest, whatever you want to go do. Go Brazil. But I can't lie to you. Whether you were involved in it or not, you sound like 5 good players, and that was it. So
it wasn't Edu, bro. Don't do that to my guy.
I'm not going to do it to Edu, but listen, my man, you
Let's just see his face one last time. Big up Edu, man.
Yeah, nice one, mate. You sound more keen.
See you later.
Man said, let's see his face.
Okay,
the only sporting director
Jesus is already on the
$3
bicycle.
million on a free chancer.
Fair play. If Jesus already on the bicycle, we're not going to talk about Havertz. We're not going to talk about.
Don't talk about Sesko because that guy is not anywhere near my.
Where is? You know when you're looking.
Yeah, that's a good stat, Miguel. That's a good stat. You just missed it. I was going to mention that earlier. I said it last night on Hooks' stream. Rodrigo and Vinicius, first time they haven't dribbled past anyone in their Real Madrid career. Timber and Lewis-Skelly had them locked up.
By an 18-year-old.
This is what I was trying to
dribble past somebody when you don't have the ball.
This is what I was trying to show you guys. Did you guys see this?
Yeah, what's this all about, man? It's PR stuff.
You're probably wondering what we're looking at. This is Kai Havertz's return. He could make it back for the Champions League.
This doesn't excite me, bro. Like,
this is some movie shit, man. What are we doing here?
Kai Havertz gets back before the Champions League final, and you have Kai Havertz on the pitch at striker.
Yo, Kai, do some stretches and we'll film you, and let's put it on the Arsenal website.
Would you rather have Kai Havertz back or Mikel Merino up top?
Mikel Merino is on better.
Mikel Merino.
Some Bollywood than what this.
I can't lie though. I do no.
Yo,
maybe he'd be a good body to have, but you don't do that, man. Not with his injury. You let him go till pre-season.
Not even him showing him in training, scoring some goals. Man said stretching.
Yeah, get ready. His recovery.
Yeah, he's recovered from surgery and
I'm happy he's
recovery and rehabilitation, which means he has a lot more time. He has a lot more time to go.
Of course there is, and don't rush him back, man. Listen, I'm not Havertz's biggest fan. I'm really happy he's recovering because I do want him as a squad player for what we've got at the moment anyway. Then Butler or Deji, even though he hasn't really shown anything. But just don't. It's classic PR in it.
We've actually turned into a good-looking model FC, bro. Like,
of course we have, man. Kiwior out here taking pictures with Dua Lipa. He's chilling.
That's why we're only
Yo, Dua Lipa.
We don't. Did you not know? We don't hire ugly players, bro. On purpose.
We don't. Partey was the last ugly man to get signed.
That's crazy.
Even him, he's not that bad looking.
Don't ever say Uncle Partey is good looking.
I didn't say he's that bad. Okay, let me give you an example. There was somebody we were looking to sign recently, and I said we're not going to sign him because he doesn't pass the aura test. It was Brian Mbuemo. He doesn't pass the aura test,
but he passed the ball test. That guy is elite.
He's just bold. If he had a
guys, did you see Brian Mbuemo?
He sunk to place out against Chelsea, though. I'm not.
Did you guys see Brian Mbuemo before he was bold?
Nah.
No.
I've always known him as bold. Brentford signed him when he was bold. So.
He was bold his whole life.
This is gonna be interesting. He got like a full perm or something.
Bro, Brian,
you guys gonna look like Milli Vanilli.
Brian Mbuemo looked closer to Gabriel Magalhaes. I'm not even joking.
No, I have an idea what exactly.
I'm not even joking.
He had a bit of a high top fade. I'm seeing it.
My man went from looking like this to that.
That's not that deep, you know. But I do respect it.
That's cold. What? He should have kept that.
He's winning headers more easier now.
Bro, what the? My wife seen this and she's like, "What the fuck happened to him? He went through depression."
Nah,
that wasn't even that bad. He just needed a little bit of a shape up.
That's better than my head. Bro, his forehead's better than mine.
Bro, I don't know what happened, but he went from that to this.
And he's cooking. And he's now worth. Do you know what? He's probably worth around 50 to 60 million.
The hair on top for the hair underneath. I hear it.
Look, he got hidden visor. He got bold.
That's what age will do to you, bro. That's what age will do to you.
Let's talk about Anthony Gordon now. Gordon.
That's just not
Anthony Gordon.
Not going to happen, but I would sign him.
Is he the best option at left wing for us?
Not
Probably
the best
not.
option. but it's a solid option.
Financially, they're gonna want to extort us. Newcastle just want to extort whoever comes in for their players.
Exactly. Why are we not going for Lookman? Why are we not going for Lookman?
No,
I think that's very underrated.
I don't think we want a goal scoring winger.
What do we want then?
We want a creative winger that can also add in on the goal scoring side.
But Lookman can be. What's his assist like this season? I know he's got high. I know he's got high
I
goal.
think Lookman more of a goal scorer and less of a creator.
Getting shots off, it leaves rebounds for.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Can I say one thing? I was mistaken. I was looking at Bournemouth and I was saying Semenyo's decent, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
He's not.
He can't hit a barn door.
No, he's not. He's not great. He's not.
Physically,
I prefer Kluivert over Semenyo.
Lovely backup option. I think Semenyo. If Trossard's gonna be on his way out, because Trossard looks disinterested, I think Semenyo's a lovely backup option.
Yeah, Trossard.
I think the best option. I think the best option for left wing is Nico Williams or go get Cunha.
Cunha, man, I think Cunha's such a waste of money. I think he's such a waste of money. He's got a new
Bro, you
contract.
think everyone's a waste of money?
What was that, you got?
You think everyone's a waste of money? You thought Raya was a waste of money.
Everyone's a waste of money. It's about spending the money correctly.
You just admitted 16 minutes into the video that you thought Raya was a waste of money.
I don't think Raya was a waste of money. This is what I mean. Twist my words.
You know what? Yeah. If Ramsdale never came out and said pigeons distracted him,
I said Raya wasn't the right timing. I got it wrong.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what Ramsdale could have admitted to murder. It wouldn't have mattered. He was not great on the pitch.
We're in a good mood today, and I feel like I'm bringing you down. Your mood down. I'm sorry.
You're not bringing my mood down, bro. Bro, I'm fine. Do you know what? I've had a long day actually. Long day at work, but no.
All right.
Bro.
So everyone here.
Long day at work in the prison.
Yeah.
Everyone here. I'm giving you between a budget of 50 to 80 million for a left winger. Who you signing right now? Go.
You already know what I said. I think Lookman.
Okay. You cannot pick Lookman. He's off the board. I'm going Nico Williams. You cannot pick Nico Williams. He's off the board. Who are you going with?
50 to 80, did you say?
50 to 80 million. Don't you dare bring me Lial or something like that.
I'm going Kudus. Marco said it in the chat, but I'm going Kudus.
I'd love Mbeumo, but he doesn't play left. He plays right.
Kudus kind of overrated.
I don't think Kudus is a left winger, personally.
Kudus is overrated. He's not that good.
He can play both sides of the pitch. I don't think he's overrated. I think in the right squad he would do very well.
Left's difficult, man, because left. I don't actually think.
Kudus would thrive at Arsenal. He'd thrive at Arsenal.
Who's a good left winger?
Left wingers are kind of depleted at the moment.
Yeah, they're it's a bit of a.
It's a tough question.
My man from PSG,
the fact that Vinicius Jr. is considered
that is a player I'd invest in.
Would you drop the whole 80 million on Rafinha?
But
it depends. Barcelona want to cash in on Rafinha right now.
I'd take Rafinha, but I think 80 million is a bit of a far fetch. I'd say maybe 60.
I think the reason why they want to get rid of Rafinha is because they realize Nico Williams is a better player, and they can flip Rafinha, have change left over, and still go get Nico Williams because he has.
Williams ain't gonna have the same output, man. He's never scored more than 6 goals.
Bro, Rafinha only has the output that he has because of Lewandowski and Yamal.
That's crazy, by the way. So, it's not really on Arsenal again. Apologies, but the whole Matic Onana thing.
Yeah.
Now, I hope this isn't fake and I'm not being trolled, but he's just put on his Instagram story, told you with his FOTMOB rating of 4.4. That is mad. There's no way that's true. Hold on, let me double check that.
Matic.
I can't lie. It's a troll.
Matic needs to be more mature, bro.
It looks so legit. How do they do this, man?
No, but nobody falls for those more than you, Connor.
Oh my God! Did you guys see what Saeed did? Saeed's hilarious.
But when
his reaction to the 2-2
when he fell to his knees, I died. And Mateus's reaction was,
dude, that's wild. That's wild.
His speed edit, man.
That's a violation.
Oh my!
Speed should sue. Speed should sue.
Did you see the first goal we conceded? He is so bad. Like he has, but I think it didn't help that he had that incident with Match before. But it's just like, bro.
Yeah,
I think he is the work. In my
all
time,
I'm gonna say is Onana can't go to America, or else the meet and greet won't go well.
I think Romero is a better goalkeeper than Onana, as in the Argentinian Romero that they had a couple of years ago with De Gea.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know.
Onana's a scrub.
What?
Onana's
Even
not
Dean
good.
Henderson would have been all right.
Yeah, I think in the time I've been watching football, I think he is the worst they've had. He's just
But the thing is that Inter Milan he was fine. It's
yeah,
crazy.
he was.
Crazy.
And even
And
Ajax.
goalkeeper-
we
Yeah,
had that
but
period
Inter
of-
Milan, they have proper defenders. Man
No,
United.
bro. Go, you're shot stopping and passing at the back. Goalkeepers never
Yeah,
need to adapt
and he's
to
so
anything.
cocky on the ball as well. It's like, come on, man. And
As a
but you see, I can't remember what was the
People saying Kudus walks into the team. No, he doesn't.
Walks into
I
what?
wouldn't
No,
say
he
walks. He
doesn't.
goes into the team. He don't walk into it.
Yeah, he would have to fight his way, bro,
Of course he does over Saka.
because he's a right winger.
It's gonna be tricky, but I do think left winger.
No
has
to
to
Nico
be-
Williams, bro. You
Alright.
guys watch too much Ligue 1.
Nah, bro. I don't rate Williams either, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, what's the negatives about Nico Williams?
What's his stats this season? Like 5 goals, 6 assists.
Output. He's a winger.
Yeah,
Attacker. I know GA don't matter, but it does when you're a winger, left winger, bro. Output, bro.
Bro,
I think he needs more years to develop. I don't think
Very
he's
similar
he's
numbers
in
to
a
Martinelli
team-
in his life.
he's in a team that doesn't produce that much output.
I think he needs a couple more years to develop a gal. I think
wanna
it's way too much rush quick.
From what I've seen, he is a great chance creator. He gets a lot of touches. He gets a lot of shots. He's not one of these guys who does a bunch of defensive work in aerial duels, but his ability to create and score goals is up there. He's just never been able to do it consistently in the same season, the two of them. This season, actually, where we're looking at it and we're saying he doesn't get much GA, he has 9 goals, 7 assists in a team in Atletico Bilbao that's known for their defensive record. They're not an offensive team.
I think it's just a risk for that much amount of money.
Yeah,
to go. I think if you wanted to invest,
I
in someone
think
young,
we're forgetting he's 22 years old, bro.
well, that's true. But I just think if you want to invest in something, that won't.
We
go
said
ahead
the
much.
same thing about Isaac. He went another level. It's actually La Liga.
Isak, that was ridiculous.
It's
Isak quality was
actually
always
harder
there.
to score goals in La Liga than it is in the Premier League.
Of course, but I think in our
Huh?
opinion,
Says
in my
who?
opinion-
Anthony's bagging.
Bro, it's actually harder
He
to
scored
score
today.
goals. No,
He
because
scored-
bro,
he-
the
he
reason
said-
why Anthony's bagging is because Man United is shit,
No, I
bro.
didn't.
No, but I'm saying you said it's harder to score in the Liga, but he couldn't score in the Prem.
Bro,
Players-
Isak's career high in La Liga is literally half of what he has in the Premier League.
But then you got to also remind yourself that he was still a developing player at Sociedad.
So is Nico Williams. He's 22.
I know, but like,
But why do we always go for developing players?
no, if you really look at it, he had 17
No,
goals.
bro,
in 16. He was 10 away.
Nico Williams right now has the scope to potentially be one of the best left wingers in the world.
I think-
Why
yeah,
are we going to
whatever.
go and limit ourselves to somebody who has the scope of being a good player to when you can get a scope to getting somebody who can potentially be the best in their position?
I just think, but would you?
And
expect-
he's already shown that he can deliver on the international stage when it matters the most. When he's playing with Yamal, you see the amount of attacking quality he has. Him playing with Saka, he will be able to finish so many chances. And what he's capable of doing that a lot of players don't have. You see what PSG did the other day with Kvaratskhelia and Destiny Adui. Nico Williams has the capability of taking a game and saying, you know what? Fuck this. Take on a man, whip it far corner.
I agree with what Trinidad said
Martinelli
earlier.
times
I'd
2.
rather spend the money on Due. I'd rather risk that.
Did you just say take on a man and whip it far
They're
corner?
not
Martinelli
selling
again.
him.
Give me Lookman, bro.
PSG is not selling any of those 4
talks,
players.
bullshit walks.
The way you described Williams, I'm just saying Martinelli again, bro. I want a winger that can just bang it.
Martinelli can't whip it from deep, bro. He can't score top corner from distance.
But neither does Williams like that, bro.
Yeah, he does.
It's not a consistent basis, bro. He's not that consistent, bro. He's not that consistent.
Bro, his team doesn't get as many goals.
No, I hate you. I agree with you in that sense. But why can't we
His
not go
team
for
this season? His team this season has scored 46 goals. He has been at the end of at least 11 goals himself. Where 20 of those goals he contributed.
No, I hear you. If we sign a striker, I'm happy with Williams. If we don't, I want someone like Lookman who can take the pressure of Saka from getting goals from the
Guys,
wing.
we're signing a striker. Stop the PTSD.
I'm sorry, bro. It's been 3 years I've been hearing the striker, bro, and I've seen 2 centre mids play up front. So forgive me, bro.
Listen,
I don't blame him.
I've got to shoot, bro. So I don't know if you're going to wrap up now.
We're gonna wrap it up, guys.
Well,
Big
shoot.
up. Femi couldn't make it today. He was running late, but hey, we're gonna bring him on next time. Trimless, no arguments today. You guys all seem to be aligned with your thought process. It's only me who's on a different side. But yeah, TJ, we went from hating each other to liking each other. Big up to you.
Big up to you.
Connor, honestly, you thought I was the biggest delusional guy. Now you get to speak to me. You understand I'm not that guy.
I never thought you were delusional. I thought you were controversial.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
which you are a gal. You are a bit controversial. I mean, you did say that Arteta was better than Ancelotti last night. So,
and he was.
Wait,
you mean on the night?
Last night.
Yeah.
I mean,
my bad. I thought you said. Sorry, my mistake. I thought you meant as a whole. I thought, oh fuck.
No, currently this iteration of Arteta and Ancelotti, Arteta's the better manager currently.
You mean this season?
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Well, we'll wait and see what happens at the end of the season.
If Arteta had those Real Madrid players, woo.
Yeah, I think if Arteta had Real Madrid players, he would cook. I can't lie.
But if Ancelotti had our team, we're fucking fighting for top 5.
Yeah, would play. No, but he would get the best out of our attackers, though.
I think so as well. You can't write off Ancelotti to be a complete.
Oh, he's an eyebrow merchant now. He's done.
Come on, that's so disrespectful.
You can't say that.
That's hilarious.
About the most successful manager in Europe, you can't.
Did you see when
Real Madrid fans themselves tell me he's a bum?
Miguel, did you see when they said to him, Real Madrid have never come back from 3-0 down, and he goes,
And then people have said WWE scripted. Oh, yeah, bro. Something happened.
All right. Peace out, guys. You gotta end it there. That's
they go back 3-3.
Love, guys. Do me a favor. Everyone hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're out of here, people. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Done.